Right then, welcome back to another vid and another Thursday Drive vid. Now, it made me laugh because I think in two of the last three vids I've made, I've been called a name. Not a bad name, not someone calling me a knobhead or anything like that. Thankfully, that doesn't really happen. But calling me a different name as in my first name. I'm not going to mention any names. Ben Shenmuzo, who called me Alan, not for the first time. Steve, Gashead, stroke London Gamer, whatever his name is now. He called me Owen. My name isn't Owen. But it made me laugh because, like I say, Ben's done that before. And I think what it comes down to, I'm going to guess, rather than people not knowing, because they do know, because I've spoken to them before, I think it's if you watch someone's vid, or especially if you watch maybe 2 or 3 vids from someone in a row, you've kind of got them on the brain. And then when you go to leave a comment on the next vid, you leave their name on the next person's vid. I've done it before. It is easily done. Although, Ben's done it twice now, which is, I think, some kind of record. But anyway, that's that. I do digress. So, it made me laugh because that is relevant, the reason why I brought that little story up, if you like, because I've got an anecdote about being called another name when I say real life, I mean this is real life, but you know what I mean, outside of YouTube. But the difference with this one is I was called a name for 3 years. I was called Jamie. Now, it wasn't my name. I didn't give myself this name. Somebody thought, I don't know how, my name was Jamie. And it just went, it got to the point where eventually when I kept seeing this person and they said, morning Jamie, it got to the point eventually where I couldn't really stop them and say, my name's not Jamie. So I just went along with it for 3 years. It's a kind of a comical conclusion in a sense. And I'll briefly tell you that. And it's a story surrounding, does anyone remember, satellite dishes, are still popular, but I guess a lot of people these days go through cable. Although, like I say, satellite dishes are still a big thing. But back in the late 90s, I wanted to watch live Premier League football on a Saturday. Now, a lot of people, as you'll know, that footage or live games on British TV on a Saturday afternoon at 3 o'clock were and remain illegal, essentially. And the thinking behind that, the reasoning, is that the Football Association, and I guess the government as well, but certainly the FA and the Premier League, feel that if everybody watched a game live on a Saturday afternoon in the UK at 3 o'clock, they wouldn't go to the matches. That's what they think, which is of course nonsense. People would still go to the matches because you can't beat going to a live game. The main problem is the pricing, of course, it's too expensive. So fair enough, in the UK you can't watch a Saturday afternoon kick-off at 3 o'clock, but you can overseas. So my thinking at the time was, well, I'm going to get a satellite dish, an extra satellite dish, because I already had one from the standard Sky Sports stuff. I'm going to get a second one, and I can watch like kind of Norwegian and Swedish pornography. I mean football. No, watch the football. The 3 o'clock kickoffs. Now, it did actually have some pornographic channels. That is not why I got it. I don't care what you say. I got it for the football. It just so happened if you wanted other stuff, that was also on it as well. Apparently. I never watched it, obviously. But yeah, I got it really, first and foremostly, for the Premier League football. Now, after about 2 or 3 months of owning this, I was working a lot on Saturday, so I wasn't actually getting to watch a lot of the football. So I paid about 300 quid for this guy to come round, or a couple of guys to come round, and install this second satellite dish, which was a ludicrous move. And then anyway, one day, my neighbour, the guy who called me Jamie, I don't know how it started, he was walking, I was walking out the house or coming up to the house, can't remember, and he was just coming up from wherever he was coming or going to. And he said, hi Jamie, and I said, hi, even though my name's not Jamie. And he said, oh, I see you've got a second satellite dish up there. And I said, yeah, it's funny you say that actually, because I'm thinking of getting rid of it, because I'm not really watching it and all the rest of it. And he went, well, I'm thinking of getting one. And I thought, great, you can have mine. So I said, well, why don't you buy mine then? You take it down, you can have it and all the rest of it. So we agreed on a price. I can't remember what it was. This was the late 90s, like I say. And we arranged a day for him to come and do it, to come and take it down. And he was going to come down, I think it was on a Sunday. A Saturday, or no, it would have been a Sunday. A Sunday morning, 10 o'clock. Now, fast forward to that Sunday, right? Now, on that Sunday, he was going to come round about 10 o'clock in the morning, give or take. But on that Sunday, I slept in. And at 10 o'clock, or there or thereabouts, I heard a knock on the door. And I woke up to that knock. Now, no one else was in the house. Wherever everybody was, I'm not sure. But I was the only one in, and I woke up to it. And I thought, well, I can't get it. Because, I've just got out of bed, I'm in my pyjamas, or whatever the hell I was wearing. If anything, nice mental picture for you there to to dwell on. And I thought, well, I just can't get it. My hair's kind of sticking up all on one side. A typical kind of look, you know, when you've been asleep. And so I went downstairs. I didn't go downstairs because I just thought he'll go away. But 5 minutes later, he was still knocking on the door, and I thought, I don't believe this. And then fast forward a few minutes later, and I heard this pair of step ladders, a pair of ladders going up, and I thought, what's he doing? Is he just going to take the dish down by himself? If he does, fine, I don't have a problem with that. A bit cheeky, he should maybe wait. But he didn't. He kind of put the ladders up towards my bedroom window. Now, my window was open a little bit as well, and I thought, I was really panicking. I thought, is he going to bloody come in? What the hell's going to go on here? And he came up slowly. I heard like the footsteps creep up, and this little kind of voice appeared. And I'm panicking now. I'm thinking, my God, is he going to come in? What is going to happen? And he whispers in the window, whispers, Jamie. My name's not Jamie. He goes, Jamie. And I'm thinking, oh my God, just piss off. Any second now, he's just going to come in the house like a burglar. What's going to happen? He didn't. He went back down. But then he started to throw some little pebbles. Not throw with force, but just kind of tap them up against the window. He clearly thought I was asleep. Now I was, but I didn't want him to know that, which really annoyed me. I just wanted him to go away, and he wouldn't. Now by this time, like I say, some of the neighbours had kind of, you know, converged from outside, because this guy's creating a scene now. And just as they were probably about to go away, and my mum comes round the corner from wherever she'd been, and she goes, you know, can I help? What's going on? And the guy goes, yeah, I'm trying to get Jamie to come out. And is he in? Is he out or whatever? And my mum kind of went, Jamie, what? And then she went along with it, just thinking, what's going on there? So she, like I say, she went along with it. She opened the front door, and she, instead of just coming in and getting me, she kind of shouted up the stairs. She went, Jamie, and I was really furious with her at the time, but I couldn't say anything, so I was kind of muttering under my breath, going, what are you doing? Don't pretend I'm not in. Anyway, it was in a situation where I had to come downstairs. So there I was in my pyjamas, looking a state, needed my face washed, needed a shower, hair sticking up all on one side, came to the front door, everybody's there, half the street it seemed. And he's looking at me and he's going, Jamie, I've been knocking for ages. And I went, have you? Oh, I didn't hear. Which was the most ridiculous excuse ever, because of course I did hear it. I must have been deaf not to have heard that. So he thinks I'm deaf or an idiot or just avoiding him. Absolutely ridiculous. But he was lacking in etiquette. He should have went away, climbing up step ladders, whispering Jamie through the bloody curtains. Unbelievable. In fact, really, what I should have done, that should have been the opportune time to say, and by the way, my name's not bloody Jamie. Stop calling me it. But I didn't say anything, and I let him call me Jamie for another year or two after that, to be honest. But there we are. So, yeah, Ben and Steve calling me different names reminded me of that anecdote. It's funny how little kind of keywords can make you think of certain stories, because I'd not thought of that story for ages. So I thought I'd share it. So until next time, thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.